Good afternoon and welcome to the UWI Mona Bowl in St Andrew as we prepare for an afternoon of football between two teams who have different storylines right now, but as they face each other, we know that desperate times calls for desperate measures for the home team UWIFC against Portmore United, who are seeking to consolidate their spot in the top six. UWI in red and white, Portmore United in full blue, and as we get ready for the proceedings to begin, I want to welcome George Davis, my analyst for today, as he looks ahead to this particular matchup.
There you go, Donald. Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon to the viewers. I think we should take the national anthem before we get into the meat of the matter. What say you?
Cooler conditions here at the UWI Mona Bowl, and yeah, finally looking ahead to this one, George.
Yes, indeed, these are good conditions for football. Had a walk on the pitch. There are several damp spots, maybe because the sprinklers aren't working as efficiently as they were designed to. So there is, well, it's all terra firma, it's all land, but there are some firm, hard places, but there are a lot of damp places and a couple patches that could best be described as even wet, and there wasn't the rain sufficient to cause those conditions. So I'm figuring it's a sprinkler. With the sum total of that being done on it should be comfortable on the underfoot for the players, and with the cool conditions that you mentioned just earlier, it's a good day for football.
Okito Nicholson will be in charge of this game. He'll be assisted by Lloyd Edwards and Rickton Archer. Tyrone Robinson is the fourth official. Okito Nicholson has refereed some 19 games this season, has shown some 52 yellow cards as well as 4 red cards, and has awarded 4 penalties. So of course, usual set of matches in the Red Stripe Premier League on this Sunday afternoon, and of course right here UWI hosting Portmore, but the other fixtures see Tivoli Gardens against Veer United, Malines against Harbourview, Humberline against Dunbeholden, Mount Pleasant against Cavalier, while Arctic Gardens and Waterhouse will square off with each other on Monday night. And this is a table, George, pretty interesting at the top with Waterhouse and Mount Pleasant on 53 points.
Yes, and then the situation at the bottom. I've been saying for several weeks now that both UWI and Veer United have been cut asunder by the rest of the table, and the numbers confirm that 11 points in arrears of Malines United, and both these teams can forget about pegging Harbourview back. So maybe a mathematical chance that they may grab Malines United and put them in the relegation spots. Hardly likely.
As we take a look at the UWIFC starting lineup, Nicholas King, of course, in goal. In front of him, Trey Bennett, Taniel McKenzie, Michael Heaven, and Javoy Bell-Navis. A three-man midfield of Fabian McCarthy, Davian Shakes, and Naquane Brown, while Venton Evans, Jabari Hilton, who plays centre forward with 5 goals, along with Rohan Beadle, complete the 11.
Orthodox 4 at the back, then 3 in midfield. Their best player in the midfield, Fabian McCarthy, he wears number 8. Shakes and Naquane Brown will be asked to create from that position, more than likely a number 10. And then the 2 wide men, Beadle and Evans, will be looking to support Jabari Hilton at the spearhead, the point, the tip of the attack.
Benjamin Williams is in goal for Portmore United. Three-man defence in front of him: Rosario Harriet, Ryan Wellington and Asani Ricketts. The Zane Hilton and Shandy James are wing-backs. In the middle of the park, Shivani Willis, Kevin Ferguson, and three up front: Ricardo Morris, Lamar Walker and Ron D. Smith, brought into the lineup late ahead of Shea Smith, who suffered an injury yesterday.
3-4-2-1. Watch out for Lamar Walker, number 10. He plays on the right of the attack, just behind Ron D. Smith. And then Shivani Willis, tall and elegant in the midfield. Expect him to look to dictate how fast or how slow this game is played for Portmore United.
So, just about ready for the kickoff, and it will be Portmore United who will be kicking off. Of course, we're taking part in the Conga Club Championship, so they are behind by about a game or so from the rest of the league, Portmore United. And they are trying desperately to rotate their squad as well. And here we go at the UWI Mona Bowl, as Portmore United tried to attack early, but UWI now on the front foot. Quite a few youngsters in this UWIFC team. Quite a few youngsters who are still trying to make their transition into the senior level, having graduated from the schoolboy football system in Jamaica.
Well, it's what they've been left with. People keep asking me what went wrong for UWI. I say, well, if you look around the league, UWI's best players are shared across several clubs in the league. They're not here anymore. It seems to be a policy of the UWI management, and the policy has proven not to be successful. Maybe the gamble was to see if the coaching staff could keep the team in the league with not strong playing resources. That gamble looks as if it's not going to pay any dividend at all.
Long ball of field, Venton Evans trying to get on the end of this one. Two players inside the box, the ball inside the area. It's headed behind for a corner here to UWIFC. We've played just about a minute in this one, and UWI trying to be on the front foot and try not to be intimidated by this Portmore United unit.
And already Venton Evans has been catching the eye for the UWI. He's been bright so far in attack. His cross just now.
Here's Fabian McCarthy, lost this one at the back post, and the keeper collects that easily. Benjamin Williams, no problems there for him. Trying to get another attack going, but it's too far away from Ricardo Morris. The back there to avoid Bel Nevis. Gets it back from his keeper Nicholas King. Was the captain playing? No, it wasn't. Fell short of Rowan Beadle, one of the players making the transition from Excelsior High, having been at the senior level for about a year or so, fully. Kevin Ferguson, Shandy James. Ron D. Smith's first touch wasn't the best. Beadle was looking for the give and go. Lamar Walker. Difficult to get out of their own defensive third as Portmore sends us across. Easily handled by the UWI defenders. Trying to turn sharply on his marker, Venton Evans, and gets by. Evans. Challenge coming in from Shandy James. Shakes.
Game being played at a leisurely pace.
Willis, Shivani Willis, being pulled back there and wins the free kick.
Shakes. Well, surprisingly, he doesn't even get the ticking off from the referee. That was a blatant foul. No attempt to play the ball. Had Willis's shirt. Yeah, there you go. Ordinarily, he should be booked. Don't believe in being too early for the referee to produce a card.
Yeah, Keita Nicholson isn't too shy about showing cards. Said before, 52 yellow cards in some 19 matches a season. Andrew Peart is the head coach of this UWIFC team, who now have to defend. The cross coming in at the back post, and whistle goes. There's a foul inside the area, but it was against Trey Bennett. McCarthy was being harassed all the time, and he wins the free kick.
The thing about tackling McCarthy as an attacking player, you know he's going to want more than one touch. So if you're persistent, you'll fancy your chances of pinching the ball from him. It's just the way he plays. Doesn't really do the quick release. He wants to take one touch, two touch, then set himself up for something. Doesn't always have time to do that.
You can hear the challenge from here. It was a crunching one. It's a free kick to UWIFC. Gets a pat on his back to help with the ailment, I suppose. I felt that one. Venton Evans. McCarthy. First touch, first pass wasn't the best, was it? And now UWI forced to play it all the way back to their goalkeeper. Portmore pressing. Morris couldn't quite get there, but his teammate does. Hilton. Farquharson. Lovely ball inside, still with it. Picked up by Morris on his left foot. It didn't allow him to shoot, and rightfully so. Dangerous place to lose it. Michael Heaven now, former Cornell College player. Davian Shakes. Here's Heaven again. Evans. Controlled that well enough. Ben Nevis did keep it in play. Tried to get by his marker. Jabari Hilton now. Back to Bill Nevis. Hilton. Beadle gets it back. Continues his run to the byline. 2 to aim for. Should get the corner. He does get the corner.
Yeah, that was very good from the UWI. Patient. And then when Beadle burst into the box, reluctantly the UU defender went across. I say reluctant, didn't want to tackle, recognizing the danger of making a wrong challenge inside the box, but patient and progressive from the men in red and white.
Ron Beadle, he does deliver these well. Quite a few UWI players to aim for inside the area. Beadle, not a bad delivery. Still a chance, it's headed wide. They had the men up from the back.
Venton Evans with that second header. Felt he should have done better. The initial effort came off the chest. Wasn't trying to score, obviously not. He was just trying to keep the ball alive to see if anybody could feed off the second ball, and Evans' header imprecise.
Evans, formerly of Portmore United, picks it up now, can line up a shot. It's Evans, it's blocked. Evans still again, drives it across the face of goal, no one was there.
Well, I said a few moments ago that he was the brightest attacker on the field so far. And he has been in the thick of things throughout so far for Portmore United, for UWI, beg your pardon. Venton Evans, as you said, mentioned the Portmore link. Excellent block there by Osani Ricketts, though, to block the first shot, which was dangerous. And then by the time he got the second shot, the angle was against him. But all that started because Shivani Willis wanted to take a luxury touch in a dangerous position. Should have been looking to clear that ball first time, but wanted to turn and control and lost possession.
And they've lost again to Evans. And it's now with Davian Shakes. Here's Portmore United. Almost sold short. He had to run to get it there, Hilton, and he didn't do a lot with it when he did arrive. Beadle now has it for UWI. Portmore United, of course, George, not playing their strongest 11. They have been playing a lot of games recently, including in the CONCACAF Club Championship. Went to Mexico City and lost 4-0. During that time, as Beadle trying to run into some space, then he spreads it wide. Trey Bennett not doing a lot with that one.
Yeah, everyone's wanted it to feet and Bennett played it into space. Dangerous.
This is now dangerous. It's Rondy Smith on the ball. Smith inside the area to finish. The defender was in the right place at the right time. Running back, Javoy Belnavis puts it behind for a corner.
Rondy Smith did everything right except with his final action. Nice strength to get rid of Heaven. Then watch him on the dribble. Goes by the man easily. And the pass to Ricardo Morris just lacked oomph. And allowing Belnavis on the retreat to intercept. Best chance of the game.
Should have gone for goal, I think. Not sure if he has that selfish streak in him.
He should, he's a striker.
Yeah, he should.
And you are correct, he should have. If he had gone for goal, I'm sure he would have scored.
Here's a corner kick at the back post. He needs some support. Gets another corner. Does he? No. Goal kick to UWI.
You spoke about that CONCACAF Champions Cup jaunt in Mexico where they lost 4-0 at the Azteca. It was faulty finishing which let them down badly in that game, and along with the home leg here which they lost.
In stoppage time, literally.
In Kingston, yeah. Yes. Faulty finishing again. Had they had their shooting boots on, the score would have been much different.
Cruz Azul of Mexico's the team they played over 2 legs. Here's Ricardo Morris. Look at the shot there, Zane Hilton. Not the best delivery there from Lamar Walker. We are used to seeing better from him.
Yeah, just leaning back as he made contact with the ball. He's always going to rise thereafter. I don't know, I expected a game with a little bit more tempo than we're seeing just now.
Just saw a shot there of Junior Samuels, who would have coached Lamar Walker at Clarendon College as well. Lamar Walker having left last season. One of those players who, well, so far they've made the transition look a little bit easy, Lamar Walker. But I'm sure it's going to get more difficult for him as he tries to make a mark, not just in the local circuit, but I'm sure he has eyes overseas as well, Lamar Walker.
Well, you know, and it's not to be critical of him, but I always remind people, when we rave about youngsters in this league, I remind them that there are 17-year-olds who are playing in the Champions League for some of the biggest clubs in Europe. Those are the teenagers we should rave over. If you're 20 and in the RSPL, Arrested development is what I'll call it.
Arrested development, yep. Which means that you really have to stamp your class in this league.
Absolutely.
Lovely ball over the top. Too much on it though. Too much, yep. Keeper didn't have a lot of work to do, Benjamin Williams. Saw that one all the way.
This is the fourth comment I'm going to make about the tempo, but it's almost as if Portmore especially are playing within themselves. And then Ricketts kicks it right to our commentary position. Our audio man has to be helping them with the ball. Wow, thank you for that, Osani.
McCarthy spreading it wide. Lost his footing with Evans. Shandy James. Morris has some work to do to keep it in. He does. Morris delivers. Too much on it for Smith. Zane Hilton keeps it in. Kevin Farquharson has a kick on him. So too Shavani Willis. It's high and wide.
Yeah. Almost as if he's not quite to the rhythm of the game yet, and that's saying a lot because the rhythm is that high, but just doesn't seem to really be in tune with what's going on yet. Shavani Willis has had some loose touches. Maybe that shot will cause him to be cross enough with himself to lift his own level.
Evans. We see the two number 8s for both these teams. Faber McCarthy of UWIFC and Ricardo Morris of Portmore United. Both would have played for St. James High when they won the Costa Cup back in 2008. I think they also would have been teammates at Mobe United as well. The flag goes up for offside against Ricardo Morris.
At Mobe at the same time.
There they are.
I doubt that. McCarthy was with the group with Curlew and Wozencroft and Owain Gordon and Dina Williams and Leslie St. Fleur. Morris, Portmore, yeah. So they didn't quite cross paths at Mobe United, but the St. James link is strong.
Hilton on it. Well, they're either really confident or silly, but they've managed to keep possession, UFC. Only just. They've lost it now.
Well, you can do that when the front men for Portmore aren't pressing you. You can knock the ball around leisurely like that and chip the ball back into your 18-yard box, which surprised me. Well, there was no pressure on it, so you got away with it.
It really seems like a Sunday afternoon football match.
And that's what I've been saying all game. It's as if both teams are conserving energy because they have some far trek to make on Tuesday to play some other competition, and they're saving energy.
McCarthy didn't quite spot the run of Evans over on the far side. Shakes. It's gone through. Lays it on a platter. Big chance for UWI. The shot is blocked. Jabari Hilton with the opportunity there. Looking to add to his 5 goals so far this season. Found the defender.
Yeah. Was the wrong pass though, because Beadle was making up ground to the left. That's the man who should have been picked out.
Walker.
In the comings and goings at UWI, I'm surprised this man is still here. Such a good midfielder.
Morris. Oh, he had time to make the pass. Here is Heaven.
Masters League pace, Donald.
We could get a run out.
We.
He could, I'm sure.
For sure.
Kevin Farquharson to Lamar Walker, who's lost it. Bill Navis now. UWI with the majority of the possession, with it just at 52%.
Yeah. They've looked sharp through Manny just on the screen, Venton Evans. Although the Portmore United team have created the best chance of the game.
UWIFC through Evans, looking to drive inside the penalty area, sends it across, couldn't quite find Ron Beadle, who was making a run at the back post.
Yeah, but he needed to have been running down
closer.
the middle of the 18-yard box, yeah.
Morris gets the return ball on his left foot. Lovely threaded pass. It's pulled back to Smith. Deflected it in. Rondy Smith on the score sheet gets his 5th goal this season. And Portmore United with a deserved lead.
As easy as that. This is Lamar Walker. But look, the man in the middle, Ricardo Morris, just injecting some pace in the build-up to this move. And I heard the UWI bench, when Portmore were attacking, saying, UWI, we are walking, we are walking. They were walking. Portmore suddenly injected some pace into the attack. And that led to the first goal. Via the knee of the captain, Tennille McKenzie.
Rondy Smith will claim it. And rightfully so.
I was just about to remark that Morris had dropped into a central position for Portmore United, no doubt to see if he could step on the gas and get a response. And that little burst from Portmore led to the first goal. Unsurprising in a game that has been played at a dawdle so far.
A lot to think about, Andrew Pierre. McCarthy.
That's what I was saying about McCarthy earlier, Donald. Could have gotten rid of that earlier, but it's in his nature to just hold and try to find the pass that he wants, not the pass that he has to make.
Here is McCarthy, looking for the pass he wants. You can spot the team on the verge of relegation based on what's happened so far in this game.
Well, to be fair to the UWI, they have shown spark in attack. Venton Evans has been bright and positive. It's just that the other attackers haven't been on the same wavelength.
Here's McCarthy. too much on it.
Throws up his hands in frustration and he apologizes because I was wondering why he was remonstrating with the player, but he was cross with himself for putting too much into that pass.
Zane Hilton now. Morris continues his run. Too far in front of him. Rondy Smith was looking to return the favor for the goal. It's almost comical now. UWI at the back.
Yeah, complaints from the UWI bench for the ball to be switched faster. I think a lot of the things that UWI is doing need to be done faster.
Well, their exit from the Premier League is coming thick and fast. Portmore again looking for a second here. Ball played inside and it's Need behind for a corner kick.
And if someone is watching and wondering why we're talking about pace in the game, I mean, the better teams have no problem playing a game at a high pace. The teams who are not so good individually with the ball or not so good collectively don't want the game played at a high pace. The game played at a high pace, you have less room for mistakes. Slower paced game, you can have a bad touch and recover, not with a game played at a high tempo.
Corner kick, free header, blocked in the 6-yard box.
Yeah, Zane Hilton stopped a teammate's certain header from going in.
Beadle cutting inside, looking for some help. Got it from the referee.
Good work from Lamar Walker, tracking and tackling.
Beadle remains down.
Yeah, the right knee seemed to have been struck a blow there.
Well, his teammates actually moved on quickly without him while he was on the turf.
Yeah. More than the tackle, it seems as if he fell on the knee. So this is what happened from Ricardo Morris's corner. The header from the man wearing number 5, Ryan Wellington, right into the midriff of poor Zane Hilton.
Probably was going wide though, that header.
Well, probably right.
Here's Peter Prendergast.
Agent P.
Rondy Smith is there. Turns, was there a handball? The whistle goes. Yes. A spectator screamed the penalty.
Fact is though, Shandy James on the left of the Portmore attack, well, let me put it bluntly, the right side of the UWI defense has been leaky all game. That's where the goal came from. And every time Portmore run on that side, they get some success.
Evans can't believe the call against him.
Neither I. But you're a video game man, Donald. You'll know that Portmore United may have looked at the fixture and said they can engage easy mode against UWI in this contest.
Oh yeah, based on the changes that they've made. They didn't want to play Rondy Smith actually. Shea Smith was initially penciled in, but he got a knock in training yesterday and he didn't recover in time. They wanted to rest Rondy Smith.
But as we saw from the goal, if they need to lift the tempo, they can in a moment.
but right now it's easy street for them.
Yeah. And the injection of pace led to the goal. Shivani Willis down on the far side.
UWI. Nice ball inside the box. Was under pressure.
Offside.
Flag goes up for offside, yeah.
Shandy James had covered the run impressively though. Has gone through a lot of work. Do you credit him with the assist, even though Randy Smith's shot came off the knee of Tadina McKenzie?
I would.
Okay. Bad news for Portmore. Willis down.
He's a tough customer, Shivani Willis, from his Jamaica College playing days as well. He's had a growth spurt since leaving JC.
But he was always tall.
Not this tall.
Donald, I guarantee you, he left as an old teenager. And, with 13, 14 is a young teenager. 18, 19 is an old teenager. It's the hairstyle. Didn't have that hair at JC. Yes, so it's an optical illusion.
Yeah, all right. I'll run with that argument for now.
There you go.
Here's another one with a hairstyle, Ricardo Morris. Fires that one wide.
Yeah, always in his intention. Don't know why the defenders backed off. There were two of them. One needed to have stepped forward. They invited him to shoot. And if they do that again, the goalkeeper could be picking him from the back of the net.
Players begin to warm up, hoping to enter the fray soon.
Yeah, Rosario Harriet is going to get into the book because of his reaction to the call. It was a foul. Flung Hilton out of the way like a rag doll. And the card more for the reaction than for the infringement itself.
Here's UWIFC in and around the penalty area, trying to make that decisive pass, forced out wide. McCarthy. Queen Brown. Keeper crying for it, collecting it, bowling it out to Lamar Walker. Portmore can counter-attack here. That was a very poor ball from Walker.
Yep. Apologizes to Ricardo Morris again. Two apologies in quick succession. That was almost a tired pass.
Walker gets a return ball from Hilton. Here is Walker. Nicely done from Asani Ricketts. Nobody close to Randy Smith there as he tried to control or set it up for a teammate.
Bad touch by Shandy James. But you know, it was such a great thing for the University of the West Indies to have a team in the top flight of football in Jamaica and to have played so well since coming up. But this season has been hugely disappointing.
Chance for UWI. Two players making a run inside the box. It comes across to Naquane Brown. Didn't quite reach him. It's put behind for a corner kick.
Excellent tackle by Ricketts. Got a knock to the ankle for his trouble. The vital foot needed, and he provided it. Just right there.
With some good work by Hilton. Oh, here's a chance that goes high.
And I can't blame Fenton Evans for that, because guess what? The ball bobbled on him. It just refused to sit as he sought to curl that one in. But this team, UWI, came within a goal of a semi-final appearance last year in the RSPL. The team much changed, called off its best players, and now sleepwalking to the inevitable, it seems. Relegation.
Picked up by Lamar Walker here. Walker setting up Morris across and in. Easy finish for Ricardo Morris. That's his third this season. And Portmore United now making this look very easy.
And what did I say about the right side of the UWI defense? It is as resilient as a styrofoam box. Lamar Walker holding up his head and sees Morris. Look at this pass. Excellent scoop. And then another scoop. I might have some ice cream when I'm done. One scoop. Two scoops. Beautiful. And yeah, the credentials of the team totally different. One team with the ability to just turn up the wick at will, and knowing that you have quality players who can finish moves like that. And UWI lacking that kind of quality.
What can UWI do? Morris. I'm actually surprised that Walker stayed on his feet there. Flag goes up for offside. Would have been a delightful ball had he been onside.
Yeah, but I blame Shandy James for that. Everybody in the ground knew that that pass was coming once Morris put it on the floor and turned. And he was seeing the line all the way across. Lack of concentration.
McCarthy. Easy there for Zaria Harriet.
Clearly she's a UWI supporter.
Clearly?
Yes.
You ask her, she probably says she's just a UWI student.
Still UWI.
Still. A lovely ball from McQueen Brown. Couldn't quite find Ron Beadle. Lovely vision, I should say. Here's Portmore. Here's Willis. Morris. Walker. Hilton. Ryan Wellington now. Shandy James on the left. Ron D. Smith. Shavani Willis. Ricardo Morris. Willis. Walker.
Well done, well done. Go again, go again. Come on, man. Push on. Well done.
If anybody missed this game, maybe about Wednesday someone could ask the question reasonably. Were you there when Portmore walked and beat UWI in the Premier League?
Come on. Benson, pick him up, Benson. Get right.
They have a corner. Portmore United. As we're just about 7 minutes away from the half-time interval.
Come back.
Portmore coach just telling his captain Rosario Harriet that he's giving himself too much work. In which dimension is he talking? He hasn't done a lot of work at all. The big number 19 was gone up for this corner.
Ball delivered inside, headed away by Rohan Beadle. Almost collision there between the Portmore players, and Benton Evans picks it up. Evans running into Portmore's territory. Morris giving him chase. Evans forced to go wide as he awaits support. Still, Yui. Hilton plays it inside. Daquan Brown forced to go wide. One to aim for. And it was nowhere near Beadle, who had to retrieve. Here's McCarthy. Beadle again. Ball sent in, too much on it. Benton Evans was never going to get there.
Yeah, but again, he's central to all of the good things the UWI have done attacking-wise. I felt just now when he started the play, he should have played the pass early and then ran on to the return pass, whichever point in the pitch he was picked out. He carried the ball, and then killed the pass as an outlet, as an option. Good from them to still keep it alive, but it's up front that this UWI team seem to be lacking most.
Willis. Trey Bennett read the play and intercepted for Yui. Michael Heaven. Fabian McCarthy. Jabari Hilton. Walker. Morris. Hilton. James to pick it up. Willis calling for it. Ball sent inside the box, handled by the U defenders.
Wow, nobody coming for the ball. It's frustrating.
Hilton. Does well, Hilton. Free kick goes the other way.
Yep. But it's shocking the lack of movement when a UWI player picks up the ball in midfield. You'll have players close to him wanting the short pass, or at least posturing for the short pass. This is what happened. Rosario Harriet being bumped in the back. And yeah, that's a correct call from the referee. But you'll have the wide spaces. There's no man busting a gut to get up the line, to get up the field, to give a passing option. Maybe even pull a couple of players in blue to him to open up the space for the ball handler. Just not happening for the UWI.
They found Ricardo Morris. Morris.
Miscommunication because Rondy Smith wanted it rolled on the floor to the near post. And Morris somehow saw a pass at the back post that didn't exist.
Heaven, or rather Farquharson, we know him and what he can do from distance. That was wide of the mark. Kevin Farquharson, former Hydel player. He scored a couple of spectacular goals in his day. They've got to do better to retain possession.
Got to do better supporting the man on the ball. They need to give them passing options. Lovely dummy.
Man on there, Yadi, man on.
Beadle gets a free kick. Speaking of spectacular goals, we've seen one especially from Rowan Beadle in schoolboy football a couple seasons ago. We want to do with one here as UWI on the go, takes a shot, nice save, and then it's cleared further afield. UWI still looking for that equalizer, or rather to pull a goal back, I should say. Ball delivered inside out, just headed away. There were two players waiting on that one inside the box.
Tremendous by the skipper, Rosario Harriet. Vital interception. What about Venton Evans again? Doing it all on his own. He's almost like a one-man assassin for the UWI.
Beadle. Brown.
Wow.
That's it for the first half. And, barely a couple seconds over as Portmore United, they have really stamped their class on this fixture. Rondy Smith on the score sheet, and then Ricardo Morris joined him to boot. And their boots are on the throats of UWIFC, who are sliding further into the relegation zone and possibly thinking about life outside the RSPL. They haven't come to the fight today, and after 45 minutes they trailed by 2-0 to Portmore United at home. So of course,
one bag of gold medal pan me now. Red stripe alone champion boy go. Banner pour them a sing anthem. Red stripe, watch out. Man shall I better forward boy. Red stripe Premier League champion boy score. Every goal winner run from boy. Red stripe Premier League champion boy now. Back down we run marathon boy. The Red stripe Premier League champion boy. Yeah yo.
The early bird always.
Here from Emmafield. Here the Halligan.
The Lord was ball and finish for sure. This is tactical stuff that was practiced at the training ground.
PDF going forward. Shot comes in. Goal number 2. That is out of the top drawer. Ronaldo, Messi.
Foot one far side. Can't hit. Goal! Lawrence puts the ball into the back of the net.
Look at the play. I'm gone.
welcome back to the UWI Mono Bowl as we are here for Red Stripe football action. The Premier League in Jamaica, UWIFC trailing Portmore United by 2-0 as we take a look at the first half highlights. It was going at a snail's pace for the majority of this one, but Evans showed some light for UWIFC in the early stages, and that one was wide of the mark.
By far their best attacker, Venton Evans. Several good moments from him. Look at Rondy Smith. Nice touch to glide around the centre half, but look, should have gone for the shot. Although a stronger pass could have found Ricardo Morris. And all this started from a throw out from the goalkeeper. The UWI right-hand side of their defence has been weak all game. Breached on this occasion. But the goalkeeper's net not breached because of a good covering tackle from Javoy Belnavis in the right position to knock behind for a corner. But then here they come. Look at Ricardo Morris. Plays in Shandy James. He's cut back to Rondy Smith off the knee of Tennille McKenzie and over the head of goalkeeper Nicholas King for 1-0. And yeah, Portmore just injecting some pace into the attack at this point. Down the right of the UWI defense again. And they come up trumps. Here they come again, a nice scoop from Lamar Walker, and a second scoop by Ricardo Morris to finish off a move so easy. Look at this, the bad control, Walker stealing in. And asked Ricardo Morris if he wants to score, and the number 8 says why not. For 2-0.
2 scoops make a goal. And for Portmore United, that was their second.
But look at Venton Evans again off the left foot. Good sharp save by Benjamin Williams at his near post. That was going in. And Venton Evans will feel like a man in the wilderness for UWI from an attacking perspective.
UWI had 5 shots, 2 on target. Portmore United had 6 shots, 3 on target. 8 fouls were committed by Portmore United, who were more in tune with the game, especially on a physical level. See the 2 offsides against Portmore, 1 against UWIFC, 3 corners apiece. And Portmore also with the majority of the possession at 52%. Of course, the football fraternity is still mourning the passing of former national player, former Waterhouse player as well, Orvino English, who was killed a few days ago.
Big up my coach, you see me, Dada, English, you see me, and for life.
Lamar, firstly, we'd like to offer condolences to the Arnett Gardens Football Club on the loss of your assistant coach, Orvino English, earlier this week. How has it been these last few days?
Well, words can't explain our grief today. It's devastating towards the team, the coaching staff, and everybody. Wilma's Arnett and community of Waterhouse as well. But nevertheless, we have a task at hand, and Irving English would want us to get that 3 points for him tonight as a warrior.
Please remain standing while we do a moment of silence in honor.
The departed Orvino English, former national player, former Waterhouse player, who also won a title, Manning Cup title with Norman Manley in schoolboy football. And we now pause. Violent circumstances, and again we just send our condolences to his family and friends.
Malcolm and Reed on the front end here for this Arnett Gardens team, and
Arnett Gardens will kick off. They'll be kicking towards the Blue Mountain region, and Arnett Gardens, they have sent bodies inside the box. 4 at the moment. Here's the delivery. Wonderful, but it's wide. The connection from Reed. White was absolutely beaten there. Nothing he could have done about that one. Nice touch. Wonderful football. Malcolm, brilliantly saved by Jadine White. Reed, nice first touch to get by Woodbine. The second pass to Kemal. Malcolm, that should have been on target. Action, and it's tucked in. Arnett Gardens go in front, and it is Steve Clark who puts it across the line.
And here's how the play developed. Simpson trying to protect the ball, wasn't able to do so. Stripped of it, and then Reed collects here, just slides the ball across goal, and Clark from 6 yards makes no mistake with the goalkeeper badly out of position. Again, the 3 Arnett men in the box there, and the numbers in attack.
For Dada, it says for Orvino English, can they get equalizer Cavalier? There's the delivery inside. Rodriguez punts it out. They need to get it back inside the box. They don't have enough time. Arnett Gardens with a critical away win at the Stadium East Field over Cavalier, courtesy of that man's strike, Steve Clark, who did enough from 6 yards, tapping that one home.
and the Celtics and the Bucks live Thursday 7 p.m. 8 p.m. ECT. And then the Rockets and the Lakers Thursday 9:30 p.m. 10:30 p.m. ECT, also on Sportsmax. And what about the UEFA Champions League? 4-1 down from the first leg. Valencia, they host Atalanta Tuesday 3 p.m. 4 p.m. ECT. And on Wednesday, whoa, Liverpool 1-0 down for Atletico Madrid. It's decided on Wednesday from 3 p.m. 4 p.m. ECT on Sportsmax too. And then Red Stripe Football Mondays, a big clash. Arnett Gardens, Waterhouse, Monday 7:30 p.m. 8:30 p.m. ECT. You can watch this one after the Sportsmax Zone on Sportsmax 2. Break. Back with more.
Here from Emmafield. Here the Holligan. Here the Holligan!
Back to Lord was ball and finish for sure. This is tactical stuff that was practiced at the training ground.
PDF going forward. Shot comes in, goal number 2. That is out of the top drawer. Ronaldo, Messi.
Football far side. Shot hit. Goal! Rantes. Lawrence puts the ball into the back of the net.
Porter. Thomas wants the ball. Goes wide out to Campbell. Still Campbell. Virgo. Hardware! Just before the halftime break. Second goal of the season for the 25-year-old. And Boys Down are in front of the home team in the Tony Smalling Sports Complex.
Watch out, watch out, watch out. Man, shall I better forward, boy. Let's ride Premier League champion, boy. Score every goal when I run from, boy. Let's ride Premier League champion, boy. Back down, we run the marathon, boy. Let's ride Premier League champion, boy.
As we welcome you back to the UWI Monopole for UWIFC against Portmore United. Let's remind you of the score. Portmore United leading UWIFC by 2-0, and quite a few goals have been scored across the league. As far as the early fixtures are concerned, George, 4 goals. 4 goals at Tivoli Gardens.
Yeah, 4 by Tivoli at halftime over Vere United. That is perhaps the final 4 nails in the coffin of the Vere United team. What it means based on what we have, the live table, if Malines United, who are in 10th, if they win their game against Harbourview, then it means that UWI and Vere United, if both lose, and both are losing at this point, if both Vere and United and UWI lose today and Malines win, then both UWI and Vere are confirmed as relegated, because there will be 4 games left for both the UWI and Vere United after this, which means that they have a maximum 12 points able to add to their tally of 18. So if Malines goes up from 29 to say 32, 9 and 3, 12, if they go to 32, clearly UWI and Vere cannot catch them back, so it would confirm their relegation. So it's not difficult, it's not even mathematics, it's arithmetic. UWI and Vere, if they can't win today and Malines do, then both would have been relegated from the RSPL for 2019-2020.
As a matter of fact, a draw could do it as well.
Yes, based on the goal difference, you are correct.
Well, you're about to get the second half on the way, and UWIFC will be hoping to go into some gear, because they barely got started in that first half, didn't they? Here we go for the start of the second. They've got to do better, and they haven't so far, as Morris picks this one up. Shandy James
was very good in the first half for you, for Portmore, beg your pardon. Up and down the left-hand side.
Quinn Brown sends this long to Jabari Hilton, who does well to beat his marker. Hilton cutting inside. And here's Naquan Brown's effort.
Wants a corner, but the referee says, nah. Coordinating with his linesman. I think Hilton could have played that pass, that ball into his path, rather than almost dribble it into his lap. This man will have much more difficult afternoons beyond this, you suspect, or difficult first halves of games. Maybe the UWI can turn this one around. They've shown nothing to suggest that they will, though. But it's been leisurely for Portmore United so far. Clash of bodies there.
Yeah, we just saw Ricardo Bibi Gardner. And of course, he was given the reins of Portmore United this season, having started out at Harbour View. And, as we take a look at what happened here with the clash.
Yeah, Hilton into Bell Navis.
Yeah, Bell Navis coming off worse the wear.
This game is like it's like a mouse playing. It's like a cat playing with a wounded mouse. He lets it squirm about, knowing that it can't run away from him, and ever so often he just chases it across the room and just pounces on it, just for sport. That's how Portmore are conducting themselves in this game so far.
So on the point of Bibi Gardner, if I am to be honest, as to get back to that point again, as you were trying to clear their lines, I actually wondered if he had the personality to be the head coach of a team. But I've seen where it's actually grown, because I saw where it seemed as if it was difficult for him to express himself to the players, but he has grown.
It's a good point you make for this reason. Many people believe that people who are not good in interviews have a problem communicating and have a problem with their personality. What Bibi Gardner did before becoming a coach while he was a player, he was just not comfortable doing interviews. It had nothing to do with his personality, because he wanted to speak properly and he knew that people were watching him, so he didn't want to sound stupid or sound silly. So that just kind of made it difficult for him to, it was clear he was uncomfortable in front of the camera. But speaking football to footballers, it's his natural environment, and that's what he has shown post his playing days. So it's a good point you've raised, so I could make that point to explain to people that not because someone is not fluent in interviews means that they have a problem communicating or that they have a problem with their personality.
And it goes the other way as well, as our equipment continues to be
it continues to be assailed.
Yes.
Yes.
I think they're deliberately in reverse, George.
Oh yes. I may be the problem.
To move ahead to the next point that I was making.
Yes, please.
And to add to what you're saying, not all the coaches who can speak well.
Oh. Oh, my friend. Brilliance from you right there. You are correct.
Willis. Need to remind ourselves that a football game is on the way here. Here's Portmore looking for a third. Hilton. Back to Boris. Lamar Walker. Lost it. Well, that's a late challenge there from Ron D. Smith.
Didn't see much wrong with it because he did get the ball, but he had to go around. Well, he had to foul the player to get to the ball, which is what was wrong with the tackle. So it is indeed a free kick. Not as bad as it looked. Yeah?
Bill Navis sends it long, looking for Beadle.
I wonder how soon before Gardner goes to his bench, though. He has this 2-0 lead. Clearly doesn't fear what the UWI have to offer. And as you noted, that Donald, there were some players that he didn't want to play in this game. He wants to keep his selection fresh.
Well, I put it to you that the majority of them will still be fresh at the end of this game. Willis does really well. And then he lost it. Here's a shot from distance. It's blocked. Keeper was asking for it. Was nowhere near it.
Well, Shavani Willis was just taking liberties right there. A Franz Beckenbauer turn in his box with two men pressuring him, then try to dribble out of the box after executing that turn successfully. Look at him here. The pass was on, but good work by the different forwards there pressuring him.
Deflected effort from Brown, and Williams gathers well.
The UWI team just needs something, so if they could get a goal and then say, you know what, for these last 40 minutes, 35 minutes, we're going to go for it. We're going to go hard. That's what this crowd wants to see. That's what I want to see. I'm sure that's what the viewers at home want to see. The team in red and white lifted their tempo, forcing Portmore to really put the handbrake down.
Well, one team in red has been successful today.
And one team in blue feeling blue.
Of course, the reverse. Very much happening here at UWI. Although they try to get a goal back here. The keeper is off his line, but he's late. No, he's there to make the save as well. Denying the onrushing Ron Beadle.
Well, I tell you what, it was an excellent decision from Benjamin Williams. I thought he left his line too late.
Yeah.
But he made himself big, and he is a big enough lad. So spread himself big and got the block in. So bad decision turned out to be an erudite decision.
Beadle with the corner. Shot from distance is blocked. It was Bell Navis with the effort. Evans doing his best to get there, but shielded well.
Yeah, those two would have gone through that a lot of times in training for Portmore United. And maybe it's because Venton Evans is playing against his former teammates and he wants to prove something, why he's looked so sharp and so up for it in a red jersey.
Another man from the West as well is Venton Evans. Of course, he would have represented Cornell College before moving on to Jamaica College. Willis finding Morris. Now Shandy James. Walker has been manhandled for most of this game. Although for his small frame, he's a little strong, but needs to work on it some more. Portmore's number 10. Oh, you got a proper slap from Venton Evans there. Referee didn't see that at all. And Evans on the ball, late challenge coming on him.
Wow, and that was a bad tackle. by Kevin Farquharson. Is he going to get carded for it? Well, if he doesn't, maybe he should. I don't think he had any intention of going for the ball here. Let's look at him. He's just beaten by Evans there. And yeah, that's a yellow card. Very late. So late he was early for his next tackle. That's a booking.
Well, Evans himself got away with one.
Yes, he did.
After slapping Lamar Walker out of nowhere.
The referee is coming to consult with the assistant, well, with the fourth official.
Who would have seen that, right?
Yes. And he's telling him something now. After the Portmore bench was in uproar about the exchange between Evans and Lamar Walker. Now the referee has been told something. He's summoning Venton Evans, yes.
No, a card is going to come out, I'm sure. So what's going to happen here?
The fourth official has told on you, Venton Evans, and you're going to get booked. And rightly so. So the free kick is going to be Portmore's free kick. Yeah, that's good refereeing. But someone will ask, well, what about the subsequent foul on Venton Evans by Farquharson, which was a yellow card? But the referee will say, well, if I had stopped the play when I should have, then that play wouldn't have happened. All right, so it's evened out.
And you didn't even need VAR.
Who's that guy?
Evans picks it up inside the area. 2 to aim for.
Yeah, I'm going to be critical of him just now because the cross should have come earlier. There were 2 men supporting him on the run. And it took so long. The defenders got back into position to turn it behind for the corner.
McCarthy on it now. Sends it across. Well, nobody's there to attack it. Morris was pulled back. Davian Shakes the culprit there. Heaven? No. Did enough to get the goal kick.
Well done in the end. So in case you're wondering why Venton Evans was carded, we're going to show that to you.
Yeah, they wasted that one. And UWI, they take the corner kick quickly. McCarthy. Evans back to McCarthy. Evans. Shakes. Oh, he went in late there, clipped Ron D. Smith.
Yep. The UWI fans not happy with that call, but it was a free kick. Substitution being made by the UWI number 9 coming in. That's Thorne Simpson, and number 25 Davian Shakes being withdrawn. So a central midfielder coming out for an attacker.
And this is your leading goal scorer who's just come on, Thorne Simpson, the number 9 with 9 goals this season.
So this is the slap on Lamar walk by Venton Evans. Ooh, I don't think that was deliberate. I'm sorry. He did catch him though, for sure.
You don't think that was it? It must have been the angle. From here, it was as deliberate as a sunset.
There you go.
Bennett. Beadle. Back to Bennett. The ball being played around by the Bees. Now this is Simpson to Evans. Touched behind by Wellington. Corner kick to UWI.
And I tell you what, we must give credit to the UWI in the last 5 to 7 minutes thereabouts. They've been running harder. There's more earnestness about their play.
I put it to you by saying that they were running.
Well, there you go. There you go. It's good to see a response from them.
6th corner kick for UWI now. Oh dear. Not a lot in that. Ricardo Morris collects. Walker is calling for it. Simpson. McKenzie. Belnavis. Hilton. Williams collects.
Yeah, low percentage effort that. Just put it into the box, but putting it there sake. Not picking out a teammate.
Willis. Walker.
The Portmore coach calling for more urgency from his boys as he prepares a substitution. Young Rousseau is going to come in for Portmore United soon. The former St. George's College star.
Yep. Willis makes a run inside the box. Goes down. Looking for something. Anything. Gets nothing.
Yep.
Beadle. Goes long. Evans. Collects it. Evans. Lovely ball inside, which is headed away.
Excellent from Osani Ricketts. Right place he was to thwart Venton Evans. Good play again from him in that wide area.
Walker. So Emilio Rousseau is going to enter the field of play now. Replacing Zane Hilton, who's been playing in a right wing back role. I know Emilio Rousseau utilizes his left foot very well. So let's see if it's going to be a like-for-like swap, or if it's going to be on the left-hand side.
No, Shandy James has gone to the position occupied by Hilton.
There you go.
So Rousseau then replaces James on the left side.
Beadle.
Yeah, this young man has shown good ability in this game, to be fair. Haven't been talking about him in the way that he ought to be spoken about given his play. But we want that shot back. So there have been bits and pieces from the UWI this afternoon which suggest that, you know, these players could cut it at this level, but not enough in the collective. And the quality of their play this season. I remind viewers that it's a severely weakened UWI setup. Their best players sold, and Coach Andrew Peart and company given a really impossible task to keep them up with the selection that he has at his disposal.
Smith. Walker's shot over the top.
Yeah, always looking for the top left-hand corner. Perhaps even if that was on target, the goalkeeper's positioning would have been good enough to thwart the effort. No need to even make a save though. Another change being lined up by Portmore number 12. Rafiq Brown getting readied.
Here's McCarthy. Bill Navis. Nice touch from Simpson. The save eventually made by Williams before it was cleared out by a teammate.
Yeah, dangerous there from the UWI. As you said, Simpson's touch excellent. The goalkeeper's positioning good, made the save look easy.
Ricardo Morris is going to get some rest as we take a look at the earlier play. Cleared out by Ryan Wellington, who's had a good game for Portmore at the back. Rafiq Brown is going to make his entrance, replacing Ricardo Morris. Coach Ricardo Bibi Gardner now feels a little more comfortable with making the change, giving Ricardo Morris a rest now. Michael Heaven looking for options. Oh, nicely done by Niquane Brown, and Simpson's effort was deflected out wide. Evans inside, and free kick for Portmore inside their own penalty area.
Yeah, the fall on Asani Ricketts. The UWI readying another change. They're going to take out their right back, Trey Bennett, who's been under pressure all game, and replace him with number 19, Shamar Hunter.
Willis couldn't quite control. MacArthur picks it up. Hilton played it behind Brown. Beadle got a toe in, but not enough. Simpson was in an offside position, decided not to give chase when the ball was made. It was made out to him. Not too sure why Simpson didn't start for UWI, but I think that he's added something since he's been on the park.
Yes, he has. Portmore making their third and final change now. Donald, I was watching that, preoccupied. Well, not preoccupied, I was working it. At number 24, Romain Bowes is getting ready. And yeah, and the reason I was looking, when Shivani Willis miscontrolled in the midfield, I saw Ricardo Gardner turn away, nod his head, and then summon a substitute. So he was saying, yeah, it's time to give Shivani a rest. And he's going to be pulled and replaced with number 24 in short order.
Beadle, feeling he was clipped. Here's Portmore. Held on to by goalkeeper Nicholas King.
Yeah, Brian put some meat behind that.
Evans. Simpson. Beadle. Brown almost got by Willis. Goes to the turf easily. McQueen Brown gets it back. Beadle. Beadle drives that one wide of the mark.
Yeah, getting some applause from the UWI bench. Even though Brian was to his, well, Hunter was to his right, asking for the pass. So Shivani Willis, his game is done. Makes his way to the bench. The referee telling him, don't take the long walk, son, just take the shorter route.
To be honest, he was pretty much center of the half, so he could have continued. He's going to take his sweet time to go up behind the goal anyway.
So two number 24s coming in at the same time. And our cameraman Sean Williams is a man who plays the numbers. I wonder what he'd make of that. Note, I didn't say he plays the numbers very well. I just said he plays the numbers.
He gets tips from you sometimes.
Never.
Hilton, or Hunter rather, looking for Simpson. He gets there. I like this player. Evans. Ball played through, offside.
Yeah.
Against Rafiq Bryan.
Change being made by UWI Donald. Number 24 coming in, as we noted, and number 26, they say, Javoy Bell Navis coming out. So two 24s together, two scoops. Yeah.
Hunter. Hilton. Hunter. He's done well. With the exception of the delivery.
Yeah. which is often the case rather. As the sun begins the process of setting, metaphorically, Donald, setting on the UWI's time as a top flight football team in Jamaica.
And they've done well over the years. Just, what, 3 years back they were in the semis against this same team?
Yes, but what I'm saying, they've done well every season.
Except
this one.
Yeah, they were in the semis against Portmore United about 3 years ago. Lost over 2 legs. (3-2) on aggregate, actually. Simpson. Nice take. Lovely finish. He can play and he can score. That's his 10th this season. And UWI, with a flash of brilliance in this one, they pull a goal back.
Wow, look at this. A long pass forward from Hunter. On the bounce, once on the chest, and the volley was always going to follow that chest trap. Lovely by Thorne Simpson off the left. Nothing Benjamin Williams could have done about that. Flashing across his goal. His dive too late. That's a fine finish from the substitute who has perked up this UWI attack.
How did he not start George Davis?
That's why we're going to do a post-match interview, eh?
Lovely ball. They could bury it. Oh, that's a penalty, is it? Yeah,
sure.
It is.
McCarthy saying it was no foul. But from what we saw, Fabian, definitely was. And Portmore had the chance to strike back immediately.
From 12 yards. Yeah. Clumsily too, the challenge from McCarthy.
I'm wondering about that. No, that's a dive. I tell you what, he did make contact. He did make contact. Where's that VAR fella when you need him?
I'm going to take a look at it again, but Portmore looking to put this game now beyond doubt. Rafiq Bryan to settle this one. Saved!
Poetic justice. Poetic justice.
King was in the way, denying Bryan. UWI still just trailed by 1. Not a lot of power on it. And he did guess right, did King.
I tell you what, I think we have a game on our hands.
Well, it only took it 75 minutes, huh?
Yeah. Sometimes when the game is too easy, sloppiness can creep in, and the Portmore bench has been niggling individual players, talking to them about the tempo and taking care of the ball and all that. And they've let the UWI back in, and then they've missed the penalty. Portmore needs to get concentrating once again. The UWI must keep this momentum up.
Well, they do have an outlet in Thorne Simpson, who has shown his quality already, but right now they have to do some defending. Ball played inside and easily handled there by Nicholas King. Evans' first touch wasn't the best. Walker. Late challenge by Walker. Referee says play on. Evans looking to switch the play. He really knows the styles. Venton Evans. Beadle. Beadle.
Free kick.
Referee says play on.
Well, he had possession, so I can see why. Now it's lost.
Certainly not advantageous now. You were still with it though, seeking the equalizer. You used an analogy before about a cat and mouse game and Portmore United being the cat and you being the mouse. I take it to you, it's almost like the rabbit and the turtle as well. In that race.
Yes, they would say the tortoise. So I was kind of wondering, yeah.
The rabbit, okay, yeah. Right, yeah.
The tortoise and the hare.
I said the rabbit and the hare.
No. Oh, what would you do without me, Donald?
Not a lot apparently. Lamar Walker gets a yellow card for infringement on the play there.
And for his tackle earlier, which the referee allowed the advantage to go to the UE team. So it was an accrual of infringements.
Smith sending it wide. That's a good ball. Played across the area. A chance for Walker. Ooh. A train came barreling towards him in the form of heaven.
Yeah.
Sent him back to earth.
Yeah, but he got the ball first, crucially. And then in the follow through, he knocked Lamar Walker out of the way.
Pick up, bro.
Handball. Must be. Within the 7 minutes left, can the UWI fashion another goal? Wow. Does she have a book report to write?
Probably. Here's Emilia Rousseau. Ron D. Smith. Shandy James. Smith. Rousseau. He'd want to forget that quickly.
Yeah. Made it clear he was going for the spectacular from early. But look, if the UWI draw this game, I'm voting for Venton Evans as my man of the match. If Portmore hold, I tell you what, Shandy James has put in a nice shift for them. Assisted one goal, but we're far away from that. Here's Brian.
Rafiq Bryan trying to get by two was going to be difficult. McCarthy. Oh, nice movement. Wonderful stop, Rafiq Brown! Or Niquain Brown, I should say, over the top. That was the best play of the match. The build-up was superb, but Brown couldn't keep his shot down.
Great strength from Thorn Timpson in the crowd, and just rolls it to Brown. And then the shot flashed. Well, Niquain Brown at the shot. The pass to him was from Jabari Hilton, and just trying to get the outside of the boot, just trying to funnel that into the top right-hand corner. Always rising. A scare for Portmore United nonetheless. Fans in the stands accusing the Portmore boys of stopping playing, of having stopped playing. And that's what the bench has been saying right down below to my right here. And I'm sure the post-match sentiments from Ricardo Garden will be that his team have been sloppy.
Free kick to Portmore United. Walker has some work to do. He's kept it in play. The shot is blocked. And Portmore United get a corner.
Excellent play from Omar Walker. Fooled his man into thinking he had a chance of pinching that. And then the shot from Bowers was dealt with by the defense. Portmore were trying to run the clock. And why not?
Emilio Rousseau goes across to take this throw. Bowers.
A lot of reorganizing being done by the Portmore bench of the players on the field.
Goal kick to UWI.
Thorne Simpson's cameo has been hugely impressive, Donald. Not only for the goal, but his all-round play. Tall and strong. Has something about him, the UWI number 9.
Beadle. Pretty much even in terms of shots on target. Walker. Too much on it for Rafiq Bryan. James Walker. Bowers. Miscontrolled by Walker. Here comes UWI. Brown. Evans. Here's a chance. Last touch of the UWI player.
Wow.
And it's followed through.
That was promising, but just the wrong touch from the Queen Brown from Venton Evans' cutback. UWI had men in the box. It was a nice build-up up to this point. Good towing by Ryan Wellington at the crucial moment for Portmore United.
McCarthy on it for UWI. Ricketts with a clearance. Bowers. Walker. Four minutes of stoppages to be played. Can UWI get the equalizer here? Evans.
So your MVP candidate now?
No, it's close. Portmore United have had a few players doing very well today. Shandy James being one of them. Ricardo Morris as well.
James chased it for me because he's done it on the attacking and defensive end.
Here's Beadle. He was clipped there. McQueen Brown.
Yeah, Randy Smith pulled back into midfield by the Portmore United team, and not his forte, tackling in a defensive position.
Beadle sends it across. Headed away. McCarthy has it. Here's Lamar Walker. Walker gets by his marker. Lamar Walker inside the box to finish it. Wonderful goal. An inconsistent game, but a brilliant finish to cap it off for Lamar Walker, who gets his second goal this season. And Portmore United surely and finally with the 3 goals and the 3 points.
Yeah, UWI leaving themselves naked below the waist. Look how early he gets it and just pushes the ball into space, blows by his man, invites the keeper forward, and look at this. Impudent is the word to use to describe this finish. Pure impudence from the former Clarendon College man.
That was a brilliant finish from Lamar Walker. And that goal basically summing up the performance by Portmore United. Brilliant when they needed to be.
And again, what's a feature of the Portmore goal? An injection of pace. The defender who he backed down, Kemar Bennett, didn't have a chance. Randy Smith, with withdrawn position in midfield, turning provider, and gets the assist. But what a tremendous goal from this young man. Always had the ball so close to his foot, he could do anything he wanted, and just goaded Nicholas King into believing that he could run forward and intercept.
Here's a shot that goes straight to Williams. No problems there for the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Jabari Hilton of UWI has had a decent game as well, but this one goes the way of Portmore United. Portmore 3, UWIFC 1, and Shandy James doing a really good job as we take a look at Randy Smith there. So too Ricardo Morris. But the MVP?
Yeah, it has to be James for me. Too often we ignore the guys who do it on the offensive and defensive end. You need that kind of effort, that kind of contribution. And James was a part of everything that Portmore did right on the attacking front, in the first half especially, and on the attacking front, on the defensive end, of course. He gets my vote. Let's see what our director does.
One bag of gold medal pan me now. Red stripe alone champion boy go. Banner pour them a sing anthem to. Red stripe, watch out. Man shall I make forward boy. Red stripe Premier League champion boy score. Every goal when I run from boy. Red stripe Premier League champion boy now. Back down we run the marathon boy. The Red stripe Premier League champion boy. Yeah.
90 minutes up here at the UWI Mona Bowl, and UWIFC going down by 3-1 to Portmore United, and they are going down from the Red Stripe Premier League almost mathematically certain, depending on Malines United getting any point in their game today. But Portmore United really on the go, and Randy Smith's effort was blocked there. I think he was looking for the pass. Good collection there. Made his way inside the box, and he was trying to play it across to Ricardo Morris. But it was blocked there by the recovering Javoy Belnavis. But Portmore United went ahead. Very good movement there. Got it to Rondi Smith. And his effort was deflected. And it went in off the knee of Taniel McKenzie. And then this second one by Ricardo Morris. Again, some good play. It was Walker with the dink. Morris also with the scoop. And Portmore United were 2-0 up at this time. And they were comfortable actually. But UWI were still pressing. That effort there, putting out a save from Benjamin Williams before the halftime interval. In the second half, UWI had opportunities. That was a fabulous save from Benjamin Williams, denying Rohan Beadle. And then look at this, the sub proved to be a nuisance when he got on the park. And then a brilliant piece of skill by Thorne Simpson. Control on the chest. The second touch was absolutely brilliant to the left of Williams, who could do nothing about that one. Why didn't he start? That's the question. Portmore United had an opportunity to go further ahead. Was there contact there? Referee said yes, but they couldn't convert. Rafiq Bryan being denied by Nicholas King. So it became unnecessarily nervous for Portmore United. A big chance here for Naquane Brown. How did he not keep this down? UWI should have been level. That should have been 2-2. But then Lamar Walker, an inconsistent game, but this is why he remains on the park, because he can come up with that. And that finish was enough to get all the marbles for Portmore United in this one. And what a finish it was from Lamar Walker. 3 goals, 3 points. Portmore United with 10 shots, 6 on target. UWI with 12 shots in the end, 6 on target. UWI also with 9 fouls, Portmore United with 13. It was very physical. 3 yellow cards being shown to Portmore. They had 4 corners, Portmore United. UWI had 2 more. UWI also had the majority of the possession in the end at 51%.
All right, so I'm here with the man of the match, Shandy James, for your work on the offensive and defensive end. This trophy's here, sir. Tell me about the game from your perspective. How did you feel out there today?
Well, it was a good feelings for me and the team. Good performance. Yeah.
And do you think that you're peaking at the right time, the right part of the season as you look to defend your title?
Yes, I think we're peaking the right time, going out to the playoff round.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Shandy James there, your man of the match. All right, so at this point, we are speaking with the technical director for the UWI team. He walks into the shot right now as we 3-1 to the Portmore United team in the end. From your perspective, what did you make of your team's contribution today?
Well, I thought that we played with a lot more spirit today, Being that we are in this position, we have to try and find the spirit to come out and fight. And today I saw a lot more of that. Plus we worked on our passing, and we saw some improvements, and we'll keep working.
We thought that Thorne Simpson gave you something. Well, more than the goal, his all-round play was very good. What caused you not to start him today?
Well, he's just coming back from an injury, so we didn't want to throw him in at start. But he's our leading scorer, so he will be involved, But he had a he missed the last game. So yeah, that was about 2 weeks with injury.
And finally, do you think you have the material at your disposal to come back up if, of course, you go down from this RSPL?
Oh yes, definitely. We believe that, you know, the student corps can bring us up back.
Better luck next time.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir.
All right, that's the UWI there. We're speaking to Ricardo Gardner now. He's the coach of Portmore United. Coach, we felt that the tempo was slow from your team, but anytime you injected pace into the game, you showed your quality better than this UWI team. What did you make of the performance?
Yeah, I agree. I think the tempo was a little bit slow. I think we could move the ball a little bit quicker. And we show at times that when we move it a little bit quicker, we get the better of our opponents. But we need to do this a little bit more consistent from start to finish. And we need to also learn how to manage the game to the latter part of the games, because we have done it before where it hurt us internationally, and we went into today's game and we make it a little bit difficult towards them. So we have to learn how to manage the game also.
And from commentary, Ricardo, we felt that late in the game, because maybe the game was so easy for the boys on the part, they got a bit sloppy at times.
Yeah, definitely. This is football. If you want to play at the highest level, it doesn't matter who you're up against. You cannot let complacency come into play. You have to always try and raise your standard and play at your standard and don't go below that. And I think we didn't do that consistently today.
Well, congrats today and good luck for the rest of the season.
Yeah, man. Give thanks.
Ricardo Gardner there, the coach of Portmore United. Well, let's look at the live table following today's result. So, a win for Portmore United puts they're in third place on 46 points, 53 Mount Pleasant and 53 Waterhouse, the joint leaders of Waterhouse, of course, leading on goal difference. And then at the bottom, UWI remain on 18 points. They remain on 18. And as we told you, if Malines United get even a draw, then the UWI and Veer United would have been relegated. Veer beaten badly by Tivoli Gardens in the other early kickoff today. And so both UWI and Veer will have to make plans for the next season, and those plans will not involve planning to compete in the Red Stripe Premier League. Portmore United, it's been a tough season for them, a long campaign for them, and they can now focus on this RSPL, and they are well set to finish in the playoff places as they look to defend their title. What about the other offerings on Sportsmax in the next few days? We bring you the UEFA Champions League live Tuesday on Sportsmax 2, 3 p.m., 4 p.m. ECT. Atalanta hold a 4-1 first leg lead over Valencia, and they play in the second leg in Spain. And then Anfield will be a cauldron, one suspects, when Atletico Madrid come calling. The Spanish team hold a 1-0 lead from the first leg of this last 16 Champions League clash. The decider is on Wednesday, 3 p.m., 4 p.m. ECT, live on Sportsmax 2. And then Red Stripe Football Mondays. A few hours from now, Waterhouse go to the jungle to play Arnett Gardens, Monday, 7:30 p.m., 8:30 p.m. ECT. That is on Sportsmax 2. So from the UWI Bowl, the story is Portmore United better than the UWI, 3-1 to Ricardo Gardner's men. And that's all she wrote. On behalf of Donald Oliver and the technical team, we bid you farewell.
Here from Emmafield. Here the Hooligan. Here the Hooligan!
The Lord, was ball and finish for sure. This is tactical stuff that was practiced at the training ground.
PDF going forward. Shot comes in, goal number 2. That is out of the top drawer. Ronaldo, Messi.
One side, can't hit. Goal! Lawrence puts the ball into the back of the net.